Yo, this is
Looks
actually
great.
so sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What? And then, so the other crazy thing, so how do I stop sharing this? So stop sharing external video. And then, so the other thing was, I can enable like multi-user whiteboarding. So,
I can actually use the whiteboard.
yeah, so I just enabled multi-user. So hover, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
So change your color to something else, and
Oh, I thought it was green.
I'm gonna change mine to blue, and then we can draw together. That's so sick. Holy shit. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to the next slide so that we have an empty whiteboard.
All right.
Yo, so I'm gonna go switch back over to my terminal, and then just SSH into it, and then we can start the Big Blue process.
Okay.
So it's just 118. Yes, password. And then I need to go into root mode to install Big Blue using that script.
Okay.
So if I just open, where to go? This guy. If I go to this guy, I can copy that and open that in here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's
Excellent.
started. So they say that this process takes about 15 minutes.
That's a long
So
time.
yeah, maybe it'll take less than that, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll keep an eye on it. But what I wanted to do, I guess, simultaneously was talk a little bit more about Big Blue. I mean, we went
Yeah.
over some of the initial features and stuff, but like maybe more like holistically, why is this kind of important, especially like in the times that we're living in right now? Um,
Oh, social
and
distancing. You can't get close together with one another.
Yeah, so exactly. So like right now, there's a lot of like social distancing rules in play, and and even though some of the cities and provinces and states and countries are opening up their places and the businesses are starting to open up, I I don't think like at least in Alberta, even though the stores are opening up, they still have a
Yeah.
rule that that stops anyone to have larger than 15 people gatherings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like if you've ever been to a conference before, it's definitely more than 15 people.
Yes.
Um, so like what I guess what does fundamentally change in that perspective? Like how are businesses or how like are there still going to be conferences? Like what do you think is going to happen?
I think when this whole thing passes over, there'll still be conferences,
Hmm.
but there might be more of a an uprising of virtual conferences. Because it's still good to like meet in person, right?
Yeah.
Like when you go to like I used to go to science conferences, and it's still great to meet in person, actually meet with the person, talk to them, because then you can build a better relationship than you could if you were just online, right?
Hmm.
Like I think it'd be difficult to create an online conference where you can have like a dinner or like an excursion or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think physical conferences will still be a big thing, but I think in between those physical conferences, there will be some virtual conferences. Like there'll be a bigger amount of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree with you. I think maybe eventually we'll come back to the physical conferences,
Yeah,
but but maybe and even though we will eventually, I think that there's going to be a lot more virtual conferences because there's less barriers to have them, right? Like
mm,
you don't have to be available to travel somewhere just to go to a conference now, right? Like you can kind of
yeah,
do it remotely. um, and and that I think that fundamental change is why something like Big Blue Button is so important, and why like you saw the stocks for like Zoom like skyrocket after this kind of stuff hit,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Um, so I was doing a little bit of research like on my own.
yeah.
I found some like articles that maybe maybe is interesting. So one that I found was like VR, right? Like so what do you think about VR like in this time? So like virtual reality.
Ah, I don't know. I kind of like it and kind of don't. I feel like it could be an escape hatch.
Right. Yeah,
And
well,
I'm
that's
kind of
exactly
wary
what
about
I
it.
mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I know VR can be an escape hatch. Like for instance, have you ever tried VR games?
I haven't. I honestly, I don't think they were that good, but yeah, what do you think of them?
Yeah, I don't think they were that good. I think initially it was just like a proof of concept. Like we
Mhm.
have this technology now, and it's gonna be better, but this is what it's like right now,
Right.
and you can get fully immersed in it. But games are already an escape hatch, so it's like it's an escape hatch, but I think it could be a more addictive escape hatch, and that's the one thing I'm wary about, and that's why I kind of don't like it.
Yeah, so I agree with you,
Yeah,
but at the same time, like don't think of VR in its traditional sense so that it's only for used for gaming. Think of
you're
VR
right.
like as like a yeah, as a separate kind of like a digital kind of experience to what you're doing, but like it could be for productive reasons, right? Like you could have virtual offices, right?
Hmm.
Where you meet up with like your colleagues and you have physical meetings but in VR, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I can see that happening. I'm also wary of that. I kind of don't like it.
why don't you like that?
I think it's because we're social creatures, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not saying VR doesn't enable us to be social, but it enables us to be social without having to be physically there.
I agree with that, but like I'm thinking more in the present where we kind of have to right now.
Okay, yeah, in that sense, yeah,
And so because we have to do these kinds of things, I think all of us are adapting. Like everyone keeps saying the new normal, the new normal.
yeah,
And so as we adapt to some of these things, we're gonna start to create kind of um, experiences or tools that allow us to do it in the way we want to do it, right? And that's why I think VR is something that maybe is a little bit underappreciated right now.
hmm
Um, like something like a virtual office space is, I think, really viable.
I think it's really cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I think all that stuff is really cool,
Yeah,
but I
and
don't want it to become the new norm. I think it's okay sometimes, but I wouldn't want it to be the new norm where instead of going physically to the office, now I always go virtually to the office.
right, right, right. I
But
mean,
but I
yeah,
think it is really cool, and I think it's good for temporary solutions. But
yeah. I do think that it's not going to be like the new normal, but like I could see it coming in as like oh, like I'm not gonna come into the office today, but I'll virtually be there or something. So you'll have like a couple of people in the office physically, and then some other guy, instead of like videoing himself or herself in,
yeah,
it would be like a VR kind of like experience where like they are kind of out of their home space and then
yeah.
into the workspace like virtually, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's actually good because instead of online meetings, then you'd have a virtual office meeting, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And
so
like
that part's cool. Yeah,
a lot of people, like especially me, and some people that I talk to at least, they're having a hard time kind of separating like their home versus their business or their work,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Like because when they're home, they feel that they're home, even though like some people work from home quite often.
yeah,
And so the way I do it, or the way I kind of create that separation is, I have my desk and my work laptop. And
yeah,
so if my work laptop is not on, then I'm not working. And if it's on, I'm working. So like I kind of create that separation,
yeah,
even though I use my desk for other stuff. But then this way, like I know, like mentally, like if my work computer is on, then I'm working versus it's not. So, but not everyone can do that, and a lot of people are kind of adapting to this new work from home environment,
yeah.
and so it's hard for them to make that shift. But then if you if you create like a completely virtual space that you're immersed in, like into an office kind of environment, then oh, I'm working while I'm in this virtual space. So I don't know. There's like
That's a good
a
point. That's
little
a good
a
point.
little small like nuances and stuff like that that kind of make it different.
Yeah,
But I do think there is some opportunity for VR here to take a role. But in general, I think a lot of people are kind of figuring out like how. how like all of us are living more online. Um,
Yeah.
and so actually, I found this other article on that. So like it says, the coronavirus crisis is showing us how to live online. So this is a really good article because it goes over kind of like all of what has changed. So like things like Zoom art classes, like Skype book clubs, Periscope jam sessions. I'm sure Periscope is not being used that much. I'm sure it's more like Instagram Live. Maybe
Yeah.
New York Times has a partnership with Periscope or Twitter or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, like you saw, like you see it, like some of our friends are like live DJing, like
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's hosting their own art classes and book clubs, but I'm sure that's happening too. Like I know for work we have like boozer hours. I mean, I don't drink, but they have like basically like people, sometimes people go out for drinks after work like on Fridays or something,
Yeah.
and so they're trying to recreate that, and like around 5 p.m. or something they'll have like a Zoom call or a Google Meets call where everyone
Yeah.
kind of joins and is just like shooting the shit. um
Nice.
but it's the same idea that they're trying to create, right? They're just trying to create like a more like cultural like friendship kind of mode versus like the work style
Yeah.
meeting. So they're just like talking about random stuff and obviously drinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just in general, like it's kind of changing the way we interact with all these people, and we're using all these tools to do it like Zoom and Skype, and Big Blue is literally a competitor for these, not a competitor, but like it's an alternative
Yeah.
for some of these solutions that exist but you have to pay for. Like Zoom obviously you have to pay for. Skype
Yeah.
you don't have to pay for, but there is like a paid version of it that maybe gives you more features through Skype for Business.
Yeah.
And Periscope, I don't think you have to pay for that either. But
I think Big Blue is more geared towards teachers.
hmm
And one thing I think that'll definitely emerge, or that has already emerged but will emerge more,
hmm
are online universities, like strictly online.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's an excellent point. A lot
I
of
was thinking
the
even maybe online high school, like maybe online night school. Like some people that are kind of maybe too embarrassed to go back to high school because they didn't graduate and they're older. Maybe
Mhm.
don't want to physically attend, but there
Yeah,
could be like an online night school or something.
right. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it stops at just high school. I think it goes like just all education,
yeah,
and not only that, but also continuing education. So just to give you an example, like I know some people who are completing their like their medical continuing education requirements
yeah,
through Zoom meetings now. Like usually you would have to go physically to like a conference and pay a lot of money and like get your credits that way,
yeah,
but they're doing it online now. Like they had to change, right? Like there was no choice.
yeah. They
and
have
and
to.
I think a lot of other people will do the same. And so think about people who are like event planners who are running conferences like for their business, and
Yeah,
who now have to adapt, right?
yeah.
So there was a really cool um, conference that I came about because my work was talking about it. It was called Remote Design Week.com, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this conference happened last week at some point,
Okay.
or I guess this weekend, last week, and yeah, like it says 5 day virtual design conference. And so they used I was like just scrolling through Twitter and looking for like their hashtag, and they basically used Zoom to kind of get everyone involved in this remote design conference. So they had like a full schedule, like with like so many speakers. Like check out the speaker lineup, there's like so many. It just keeps scrolling, but
Okay,
all these
that's
people
quite a
were
bit.
were speaking over
Yeah,
5 days about design.
that's really cool.
Yeah, and this is like the schedule.
Do you know how much this event was?
I have no idea, but
It would be a lot cheaper because
I mean,
like you
it
don't have to
should
pay
be a
for
lot
food or
cheaper.
anything. You don't have to pay for
Yeah,
physical space.
exactly. So
Yeah,
that's what I mean by all these businesses could adapt, and there could be a lot of new businesses created out of this. right? Where they're creating these conferences that one, they don't have to pay for a venue anymore, other than like the online venue, which could
Yeah.
be Big Blue if they made to make it free.
Yeah.
Um, they don't have to pay for any catering if they're having food or drinks,
Right.
and they don't have to pay for any travel, like for the participants and the organizers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes kind of organizing these kinds of things a lot easier.
Yeah.
And I think that there's going to be like an overabundance of online content being created and generated over the last like 6 months to the next like 1 to 2 years. Um,
Yeah. That space is gonna be really crowded.
yeah, like I mean, we're doing it right now, right? Like we just started recording these just cause,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's others out there that are doing something similar.
But we're not hosting actual conferences. I mean, the
We're not hosting
conference
any
space is
conferences,
gonna
but just
be.
yeah, but just in general, we're
Yeah.
creating new online content, right?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like the conference space, I think is gonna like blow up, and like I mean, you come at it from maybe a more like academic perspective, and so like I'm sure you've been to a bunch of conferences yourself, so like you can
Yeah.
definitely see the advantages of something like this.
Yeah. I see the advantage of something like this. I know like the science conferences I did attend to.
Mhm.
Um, having it in person was great because
Yeah,
like there are other things that you
yeah,
want to
like you
do.
do a lot of
Like you actually
networking and
want to
stuff.
travel and
Exactly.
see like a nice place.
Yeah.
Like there's a
That
reason why those conferences are held in those locations. Like you want a vacation from your actual work.
yeah.
But having
No,
online ones are also great too. Yeah, 100%.
that's true. Yeah. Obviously, you have a lot of disadvantages, like networking aspects, like the fact that you're able to travel to a new place, like
Yeah,
the fact that you can meet like some of your colleagues that you've worked with, like on academic research papers or just in general worked with. I'm
yeah,
like physically meeting them doesn't compare. But but if it's something like continuing education where maybe you don't know who you're going to be learning with and you kind of
yeah,
just need to learn that stuff or get the credit, maybe something like that is more suitable to have as a virtual. Um, and then even like this design conference, like you can kind of jump in and out of it during your work meetings, or like you can just take a full day of work to kind of go through it but not have to travel because the next day you have some meetings. So like
yeah.
it
That's so
definitely
key.
makes it a lot more convenient and more accessible for people to get the
Yeah, I agree
content.
with that.
Okay, so I think that this is done. I think maybe it was probably done a little bit a while ago. So let's see if it actually did anything. So it says that it finished, and that we can go to this IP address, this URL.
Okay,
So I'm
I
gonna
see it.
just put it in here and just see what happens. So it looks like it worked. I mean, obviously this isn't the best UI right now, but that can all be changed because now we have all the code. And you saw it's working with my 4 gigs of RAM rather than the 8, which is the recommended. And it also is only using one core, which is what I assigned in the virtual box.
Right.
And and I mean, obviously the recommended is 4. So like basically the recommended kind of minimum requirements are to essentially use like a semi-modern laptop or computer that you have just for this.
Yeah.
And I can understand why, because you could have a lot of different spectators or viewers within that meeting that you may want to include in here. And then so having audio and video and kind of chat and text going for everyone
Yeah.
probably takes up some processing power. Um, but I think it's okay for like small groups, so we can test it out. But anyways, yeah,
Test it.
this it looks like this is the meeting. I don't think you'll be able to join yet because I'll have to do some port forwarding maybe, but let's see if I can join. So I'm gonna join the demo meeting as myself and see what happens. Nice. Sick.
Excellent.
Sick. It's working. So I'm just gonna join and listen only, I guess. Let's see. Sick. Oh, that's sick. So when I joined, it said "Welcome to the conference"
Nice.
in my audio. I don't know if you heard that, but
No, I
yeah.
didn't hear
So
that.
so yeah, this is a demo of it. I mean, it's working on that virtual machine that we just created, and this is a sample presentation. Like, there's different slides.
Yeah.
I guess they just have just white slides, but this is what
But
this
you
is
can draw on the slides, right?
yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? Where you
Yeah.
have an annotation tool right here, so like I can use the pencil and like start drawing, which is crazy.
Excellent.
I think this is like so sick. Like, I don't understand why Google Meet or like Zoom doesn't have this built built into the app.
I don't know why either.
It would make it like super good.
You know what you could
Um,
also do?
mm.
You could use this for like just to play Pictionary with your friends.
Yeah, you can do it for so many different things.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, there's a public chat you can chat in. So this is the shared notes I was talking about. I don't know if it'll. Oh yeah, it's loading. It looks like. So yeah, I think we can. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
excellent.
So we can take notes here. And I guess there's only me in here. So what if um what if I want to I guess publish this to an actual domain? What do I have to do?
That would be very, very helpful.
Yeah, because this is only on my computer. Oh, here it says configuring the firewall. So we basically will have to port forward 80 and 43, and then 16, whatever these ones are for, I guess, the video and audio chat.
Okay.
Um, and then I want to know how to send it to like a DNS server. Like if I want to set up my own website,
Yeah,
install the SSL. So we'll have to do that too, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Install a private network. Um, API demos, green light, turn server.
Is that what they use instead of Apache? Turn?
I don't know. I think they have a bunch of different stuff that they use. So I'm gonna go maybe to developers. Where was the here documentation? So what we want is, let's see, install. So we already have everything installed. What do we need now? We need to set up um
Probably update your
oh,
server,
here,
no?
this one. Configure BigBlue to use a domain
Oh,
name.
okay.
So run all the commands as root. So in order to obtain a valid SSL certificate on you must already assign a host name to your BigBlue server. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to GoDaddy,
Okay.
and I'll create a subdomain
You can
on.
also go to noip.com, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, you can go to noip.com, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it on our server so that we can test it nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to noip.com, you can set up your own like 30-day kind of DNS if you
Yeah.
don't have a domain name. But I'm gonna do some DNS in here.
This is so cool.
So I'll add what should I
Conference.techycast.com?
conference is so long.
Conf?
Yeah, maybe conf. And then I just have to set it to a public IP address on like my public IP address.
Yeah.
And I'll set this to the least. Save. Okay. So now conf.techycast.com should go to my public IP.
Okay.
So I'm going to get out of there. So I've assigned the host name. And then for the purpose of documentation, we will need to be using, okay, we'll be using that. Okay, so I basically just have to set the domain using this command. Oh, that's so easy. That's sick. So I'm still
Okay.
in root mode, which is what they say I need to be in. So it would be conf dot techycast. So I'm wondering, do I need to do the port forwarding before this? Do you think?
Let's see what the port forwarding happens in the instruction set.
It doesn't say anything about it. Assigning a host name. So assign a host name, install. Yeah, that stuff is kind of all afterwards. Install API demos. Implement web-based interface to test API. So yeah, maybe I should do this stuff before then. So hold on,
Okay.
let's see. Install is done, but I didn't do this. What is it? This command.
But installing the demos?
Yeah, because then it kind of sets up a better interface, like the initial interface we saw.
Yeah.
So before I do this, I'm gonna run that command. Okay, looks like it's already installed. This will join. Okay, and then I'm gonna remove. I guess. Oh, I guess it
You're
was
just
already
gonna
installed,
remove it
so I'm
after you
gonna remove
installed
it.
it?
Yeah, I guess you're supposed to remove it then. I think it was just to test that it was working, but I guess it installed already. And then okay, so I can restart it using anytime. I don't want to restart it right now, but let's do a check and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it seems fine.
Yeah, there's no issues except for just the one core, but
Yeah. Um, okay, so yeah, the final steps are assigning a server. So after the A record is set up, which is what we did, enter the following command so we can ping it. So let's ping our our external thing. So
casts?
ping conf.techycasts. Looks like
Excellent.
it's fine. Um, so if the is resolving, next use the big blue to update the configuration files to this host name, for example. Okay, yeah. So that was what we were gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so conf.techycast.com. Okay. So this is cool. So you know how we were kind of setting up all the configuration files in Apache?
Yeah.
It looks like this command does that for you. Like it's going into the XMLs and all the configuration files.
This
And
is using Nginx, it looks like.
yeah, so I'm sure it's using Nginx, but like it's doing
Yeah.
it all for you in a single command.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point you have set BlueButton server to listen to an IP address or host name and responding to API requests. However, if you tried to log in from the default page, you would get an error. Okay, so we already did this. Now,
Oh, you can't use Let's Encrypt, can you?
yeah, it says set up use let's encrypt.
Oh. Oh yeah, Let's Encrypt is not strictly for Apache. My mistake.
So let's see. Um, we have to do this as root, I guess.
If you're root, you don't need to use sudo though.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think you have to be root.
It says please run all commands in this section as root. I'm not sure why it's like that.
I guarantee you, if you run it without root, it'll work.
I mean, I'm sure it would, but I'm just gonna do it like the way they're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. those are already installed. And then it's getting me to install some repositories. And then the certbot repo. And then install cert. Okay. Next, install a set of 4096 bits. Okay. I guess they require a specific kind of certificate authentication hash.
I guess so.
Okay.
Are
So
all SSL certificates the same?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
So I'll create that. Maybe this is like an Nginx specific thing we need. We were
Probably.
using Apache before.
Now they're using OpenSSL?
Yeah, this part is using OpenSSL. It looks like it's like a separate thing you need to do that it's saying.
Oh,
It's like for improving security, I guess.
okay.
But so I do believe before we actually allow for the
You need to
SSL
port forward
certificate,
your
yeah, we
443.
need to do the port forwarding. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here and then select the ports. So this is just my router settings. Then basic port forwarding, and then I'm gonna just change this one because I don't need this one anymore. Ubuntu SSL will go to 18. Okay. So they said we need Ubuntu. We need 80, right?
80, you need 80 and 443, right?
80. I'm just worried that the same thing's gonna happen and my router is gonna like hijack
I hope not.
for port 80. But let's
And
hope that
wasn't there some UDP rules? Did you implement
yeah,
those?
there was. Where did the link go? So where's port? Yeah, before you install.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So UDP ports. Okay. So let's add.
Wait, it says the minimum requirements are Ubuntu 16. Does that mean you could use Ubuntu 20?
So that's what I like when I was just trying it myself, and
Yeah.
had Ubuntu 20.04, and I tried to install it. It didn't even let me get past the first kind of step. It's like you need 16.04.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering maybe it's because I used the script, because you can install it like without using that script. That script kind of installs everything, right?
Oh, okay.
UDP. So 16384 to 32768.
32768.
Okay, 16384. Okay, and then the IP address of my virtual box, and it's UDP, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
apply, and let's save that. So that part is done now. So let's go back to the SSL. SSL. Okay. Where was I? Obtaining, and we're using this.
There we
Okay,
go.
so I should be able to use this as the next step. And
Did you do
instead
this stuff
of
before it?
yeah, we did that before, right? We assigned the domain that we
Oh,
wanted.
right, right.
But in this command, we're gonna have to change this to the actual URL that we chose.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yo, what if it was the next line?
I don't care. I'm pissed. Hated it. I hated it. So what was, what was the thing?
Are you
Comp.
thinking about Willie?
Yeah, techycasts.com.
I
Okay.
ate it. You ate my dog. No, I ate the way he did this. I ate the way he did that. And I ate the thing he left on my carpet.
Oh man, those writers are genius.
Yeah. Yo, my favorite Willie moment was when I think it was like a dream sequence or like one of the Halloween episodes,
Mhm.
and he was trying to kill Lisa or something. Like he had to stab her through the heart,
Right.
and he's like, "I cannot do it." And that's so he drops the knife, and then he goes to see a pig because he's gonna replace the heart of Lisa's with a pig, right? And so he has the knife to the pig. He's like, "I cannot do it." And then he takes a piece of paper with like takes like a piece of red paper with scissors because he's gonna cut a heart. He's like, I cannot do it.
Oh my God.
That's my favorite Willy episode. Willy
Okay, so
moment.
it looks like it finished, and I just need to do some configuration on the engine side, but it cannot find this. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you finished the SSL.
no, 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 I did. It's not in this folder. It should be in
Oh, right. That's this. Yeah.
comp.techcast.com. Yeah, so those four files are there, and then what I need to do is edit this nginx config file. So this is a little bit different because we're used to Apache,
Mm.
and I guess nginx has a slightly different kind of setup. So and add marked lines below. So it looks like we have to add some stuff. Um, ensure
Wait,
that you're
you
using
didn't set
the
up
correct.
SSL, right? So you can't listen on SSL, right?
I did set it up. You didn't see the certificate get generated?
Oh, then what was the other thing that was taking so long?
Oh, that was like the extra security.
Oh, okay.
So that part I won't do. So I think that's like all this SSL protocols and shit like that. Like
Okay.
this, like ciphers, and because we didn't do any of this stuff. But
Mm.
I'm wondering, do we still need to include this? I'm assuming yes. And add the marked lines. Ensure that you're using the correct file names. Okay, so it looks like the marked ones are these guys. So I'm basically gonna go up till here because
Okay.
it looks like all this stuff is different. Okay, let's see what's here. So server name is there. Listen. So I am just gonna paste it in here. So paste, and then um, uh, that, and then I have to change.
Yeah, change that.
Yeah.
Does the indentation matter?
I feel like it probably should, but I'm not gonna change it and see if anything fucks up.
Yeah.
Um, uh, um, you think I should copy over this last line, this SSL ciphers? I'm
If
not
it
gonna
doesn't work, you
include.
can always remove it and then try again.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it. So so yeah, so I'm gonna close that, save it, and then so this is the command that ensures that it does the automatic renewal.
Hmm?
Um, two. So and add these two lines at the bottom. Okay. So this cron tab, which is what gets run automatically, it'll check if the certificate needs to be renewed,
Okay.
and if it does, then it'll do the renewal. Save that. And then these two directives will execute. Yeah, okay. To finish this, I'll do um, what is this now?
I don't
If you
remember
have
the
a
first time I
firewall
switched
on
to
your
this.
server, I don't have this. To load via. Okay, so this I probably need to do. To update the property Big Blue web server to use HTTPS. Okay,
Okay.
so sudo nano. You see the URL anywhere?
Not yet. No. Nope.
Hmm.
I don't see it yet.
What am I looking for? So this URL, and update the property server URL. Okay, so I'm gonna do server URL. So
Oh, there it is. Assign URL with a.
S S.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, and next edit this other file. Okay, so exit save. The URL is where our user successfully enters a name. She's redirected to here and load the client. Okay, I did that. Edit this file. Properties. Seems like complicated just to do this.
Yeah, this does seem a bit complicated.
Okay, and then update the property JNL URL and JNP file to HTTPS.
Okay.
Okay, so where is it?
There they are.
Yes, yes. Okay, save that. You must also update the file config XML to tell Big Blue to load components via HTTPS.
Oh, you can do that just by using the commands below.
Oh, okay. With a single
That's
command. Okay,
excellent.
nice. Okay, so paste that. And then if you ever need to revert this change, okay, open this and edit this change. Jesus.
Seems a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Sudo nano and Corrento. Uh, Corrento.
I think it's KU.
Oh, KU.
KURE. Yeah.
Um. So what do I have to change there? To WSS.
WSS.
Oh my god. WSS. Jesus. Also change note enabled to HTTPS. Okay.
Okay.
You see that anywhere? I'm just gonna search
No.
HTTP.
There it is.
Yes. Next. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, next modify the creation of recordings so they served via HTTPS. Edit this. Why isn't there a command to just change everything to HTTPS?
Yeah, it should be like some bash script or something.
Oh my god. Oops. Uh, Control A. Oh my god. Pseudo nano. Okay. So in here and change the value for playback protocol as follows. Playback
HTTPS.
protocol. Where do you see playback protocol? There we go. HTTPS. Okay. Save. If you have installed API demos, okay, I have not. Finally, to apply everything. Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully this
If you get an error
works.
here, I'll be so upset. Won't you?
I would be so livid. Okay, so while that goes, let's see. So test in order to ensure you didn't make any mistakes that could cause, please test your HTTPS configuration. A well-respected site that can do series of automated tests is simply okay. Okay, so let's. Oh my God, why is this taking
Yeah.
so fucking long? It better not be fucking trying to set up a new 4096 encryption because this is what I remember last time happening.
Waiting for the plus sign to happen.
It says IP does not match.
Uh,
Because the IP, I guess, is different. But that's because we changed it. It didn't ask us to change any IPs. It just
oh boy. Oh boy.
oh my God. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be so mad. So
This is
mad.
I'm surprised it takes this long to install BigBlueButton anyways.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was installed really quickly. I guess we wanted
Sorry,
it to be hosted on a different server and have SSL, right?
but you still have to do all these configurations, no?
Um,
Like you still have to go through all the files and changes from HTTP to HTTPS.
okay, hold on. You have the server defined in HTTPS, but in did not find the port. What the use of port in definition for proxy pass? I don't know what any of this shit means.
You're using HTTP, not HTTPS.
Where does it say that? No, these are all like local hosts, but like unable to connect on port 19365. There's all these other ports that it didn't ask me to port forward. Okay, I don't know. Let's just see what happens if we go to conf.techycasts.com. Boom. Boom, motherfucker. Also, it says
But it's not
not
secure.
secure. But maybe it's because it's just this demo area. So let's see. Join. Boom. Shakalaka, motherfucker. The fuck? The fuck is this? The resource is not available.
Yeah, this is not good.
No, it's terrible. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh my god, this is not funny at all.
This is so angering, right?
Yeah, maybe we should have just waited for that thing to happen. Ah,
Waited for which thing? Oh, that thing. I don't think that's why. I think okay. So let's just look at this terminal. So it
yeah,
specifically says there's a bunch of ports that are not uh available. So I'm gonna open up this port um on my
yeah.
on
Okay,
my
try that.
thing, but it says it's an RTMP. I feel like that's a UDP port. I'm not sure though, so I'm doing a lot of guessing right now, which is fine for now because we're just trying to make it work. But
Yeah,
uh, wait, is there an RTP?
RTS. No,
Do you see it or no?
what was it called? Then can you go back to the other screen quickly?
Yeah, it's RTMP.
RTMP.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna call this uh, conf RTMP. And what was it? 1935.
I think so. Was that
1930.
UDP or TCP?
Yeah, so that's the thing I didn't know. So I'm just gonna leave it as UDP 1935. Um, okay, and then it's 192.168.118. Apply, save, And then what I'm gonna do as well is it didn't find.
But it works on TCP. The RTMP protocol has multiple variations. The plain protocol, which works on the top of TCP and uses port number 1935 by default.
Hmm.
Oh, it's real-time messaging protocol. Oh, so it's for, I think, when people wanna send messages on Big Blue. How do I enable RTMP protocol? Yeah. Hold on a second. RTMP 1935 is TCP.
Oh, it is? Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem.
TCP save. Okay, so there's also in
What was
here
the
it
other one?
says um this one it says it's a proxy pass. It did not find the use of HTTPS in definition.
So let's
Um
just change that to HTTPS.
I don't know if that will work because this is my local host and we didn't install anything on my local host. So hold on, I'm just gonna go to this um in here.
Yeah.
Let's see what's in here. So it's using proxy pass. I I think I think this is fine, but I'm gonna open up the port 566 as well.
5066.
Yeah, and I don't
What
know
was
if it's
port 7443?
uh yeah, I'm gonna do both of those. Where do you see 74? Yeah, okay.
Seems like a lot of ports to open up just for one application.
Yeah. Um so I don't know. Conf 7443 7443 743.
5066? Is that TCP slash UDP?
I don't know. I was gonna do TCP. Did you find anything different on it?
I'm on speedguide.net and TCP UDP ports, and it says 5066, but I have no idea for what.
What about 7443?
Let me check that. 7443 port. TCP slash UDP.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Well-known ports.
Um,
Oracle Application Server, HTTPS.
yeah. So I'm gonna do the other one conf. What was it? 5066?
Yeah, 5066.
And it's TCP UDP?
Yep.
5066, 5066, 92168, 8, apply, save. And then I'm just gonna do that reset on this guy. Restart. I don't know. I don't know. I'm making shit up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
Potential problems. IP does not match.
I mean, the IP not matching makes sense because I'm running it on this computer and it's pointing to like conf.techycasts.com. So
But
to me that makes sense. Like
to me, that
that
does
should be
make
correct.
sense.
Huh?
But you're running it on your computer, but you're actually in the terminal of the virtual host, the virtual machine,
I'm
right?
in the terminal of the virtual machine. Yeah, like I'm in the terminal. Like the terminal is of this IP
Yeah, but then you're running the commands in
from
the
the
virtual
same.
machine.
No, it's the same thing.
Wouldn't the virtual machine's IP address be that IP address?
The IP address that you see there is the same IP address as what I'm typing into because I'm SSH'd in.
What's the IP address of the virtual machine?
That that 118.
What's the IP address of your actual machine?
I don't know. I think it's like 103.
So then why is there a mismatch? Mishmash.
There's no mismatch. It's 118 is this computer.
So why doesn't it not match? Isn't that weird?
No, because we set it to point to conf. Like these two don't match. That's what it's saying.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. But isn't that obvious? So what is it supposed to do then?
I'm gonna type in HTTPS in here and go to conf.techycasts.
What's Code Canyon?
Oh, it's where you can learn coding. Hey, it
One
is
sec.
secure.
That's so strange. What is this?
It says file not found. But I guess that makes sense because we removed it, right?
Why is it going to the demo?
Well, we removed it, so maybe that's why.
Didn't it say to
Uh,
remove the demo? The
it said if you want to remove it, but maybe we should put it back. Demo. All demos. Um, I guess I'll restart this.
restarting BigBlueButton.
So once installed, you'll be able to enter your name and hit join. This will this will send you to the default meeting demo when you're done with the API. So so it looks like it worked. I just because I removed the demos, it wasn't able to find it.
But why are you going to the demos? Isn't that weird? Is techycast set to point to the demo?
I mean I didn't change any of the defaults,
Yeah.
but but it doesn't matter. Like maybe because there's no other meeting set up in techycasts that it needs the demo.
Seems strange, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm confused because like yeah, this the setup is not like your typical setup. There's a lot of like
Yeah.
weird things we had to change,
Yeah.
which is fine, but I didn't understand a lot of it, so I was kind of just following like aimlessly.
I think we should maybe try this again.
Yeah, we can try it again, but I think
Yeah.
we're close, like
Yeah,
close to
definitely
finishing.
close. Not
So
running Tomcat 7 or Grails.
yeah, because yeah, now it's saying the Tomcast stuff demo is being pointed to here, or oh, it said that before, anyways. um, oh,
Cannot connect to it.
what? Okay, I don't know. Let's see what happens if we go and
Yeah.
refresh this page. So go on. Looks like it's doing something now. It's looking for it because last time it just
Yeah.
went straight to 404.
Yeah, it's true.
The other thing is that I'm on my local host. Oh, yeah, it worked. Sick.
So strange.
No, I don't think that's strange. I mean, we removed the demo stuff, so it makes sense that it got replaced. So can you also join this? Like go to conf.techycast.com.
All right, one sec. But I won't be joining the same thing, will I?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Not secure. It's not secure?
Oh, because I don't think the redirect was set up correctly. So just manually type in HTTPS.
All right, hold on. I'm going to share my screen, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
All right, one sec. Hello.
This was kind of annoying to get through, but I think it worked.
Add website.
Wait, what? What is the screen time?
What? I think it's the guest account doing some weird shit.
Uh,
Let me just go to Google Chrome.
yeah, just go to https conf.techycast.com. See, it
Okay,
works
there
for
you
you too.
go.
So yeah, just join as yourself and see what happens. I don't know if you'll join the same session. I hope you do. It would make sense if you did.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, sick. Okay, so it
Just join.
works. What do you mean? This is sick.
This is sick.
Yo,
But
this
it's
is
so
so sick.
strange though.
What's strange about it?
Connected. Like there seem to be so many errors.
There's zero errors. What do you mean? There was only
Aren't
errors.
there still IP conflicts?
Yeah, the IP conflicts make sense because, like, it's so what it's doing in the background is it's automatically sending a proxy to that local IP address on that port. Does that make sense to you? Because
Not really, no.
because the like I'm hosting everything on my computer. It's not being
Yeah.
hosted on on a separate server somewhere. So all we did is we set the DNS servers to point to my IP address. There was no like actual data being stored on GoDaddy or anything. So all it's doing is it's redirecting um, the DNS. So the actual domain name is being redirected to the IP address. There's no data. There's no content. So it has to get that data from somewhere. So it's being hosted on my computer. So
That makes sense to me.
that's why the proxy is telling it where that content is saved. So it has to have it on a different IP address. It has to. It doesn't make sense not to.
So what would be the normal use case then?
That would be the normal use case.
So then there shouldn't be an error.
Yeah, like it's telling you there's an error because it doesn't know that you set it up to have it hosted somewhere else. It's just saying it's not matching.
So it's supposed to match your internal IP address.
Yeah, like if you're hosting it on the same place that you have your site,
Yeah.
then yeah, there won't be an error. Like there won't be an error, but it's not an error. It's just like a mismatch.
Okay.
That's how it's supposed to be. Um, so yeah, no, I think this is sick.
Wait. You
Hold on, let me
you
see.
you you joined it with
Oh
audio only,
shit.
right?
Yo, this is working.
What? What are you doing?
Go to enable video
Okay.
and
What?
then
Where's enable video on here?
on the bottom.
Let's share webcam.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Start sharing. Allow. Okay.
Can you see me?
Start sharing.
Oh my god. It's working.
I can't see you yet.
It's
Can you
working.
see me?
No, yeah. It took like a second for me to come up myself as well.
Yeah, it's still loading.
Did it come up in the top corner?
The media cannot reach the server. I'm getting some errors.
Where you are? Let me
Yeah.
see.
Hold on. I'm sharing my screen, no?
Yeah, you are. Sorry, just switched back to your
All right.
screen.
Let me share webcam again. Start sharing.
So you don't see my video yet, but I can see myself.
But do you see my screen now?
Uh, no, I just switched back over. I just see your message,
Oh, you see
and
hello.
I see hello.
Yeah, no. Media cannot reach server. The error 1020. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So I think there is some RTP stuff that we didn't do and install,
Yeah.
but I think that this is still like really, really sick. So hold on, let me see if I can do this. So I'm gonna share my screen again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have to go in like 1 minute.
Yeah,
Um,
I have to go too.
but let me see if I can do this. So I'm gonna share a video in this share a video thing. So tell me if something is it working for you?
Hold on. I have to go to switch. Yeah, I can see the video.
What?
I can see the video.
Wait, can you hear the video as well? Like, were you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
Wait, is it paused for you now?
I just muted it. I
Is it
muted the
paused?
audio, but the video is still going, right? Can you still see the video?
I can see the video.
Yeah, but I muted the actual video, like the audio video.
No, I can still hear it.
Oh, okay, so you can mute it yourself.
No, I can't actually.
What?
Oh, now
Yo,
I can. Now I can.
okay, okay, okay. Yo, this is
That's
actually
strange.
so sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What? And then, so the other crazy thing, so how do I stop sharing this? So stop sharing external video. And then, so the other thing was, I can enable like multi-user whiteboarding. So,
I can actually use the whiteboard.
yeah, so I just enabled multi-user. So hover, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
So change your color to something else, and
Oh, I thought it was green.
I'm gonna change mine to blue, and then we can draw together. That's so sick. Holy shit. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to the next slide so that we have an empty whiteboard.
All right.
Yo, I think that
Actually, I can't draw. I can't draw this time.
what you can't?
No, that's weird.
What do you mean you can't? Oh, because I have to enable it. Oh, that's sick. So you can enable multi-user per slide.
Oh, that's cool.
So I
Okay, I
just
like
I
that.
just enabled it again, and you should be able to draw now on the second slide.
Okay. Start presentation. Yeah, sick.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, that's
Holy.
cool.
Yo, this virtual conferencing tool is actually really, really good.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So hold on, I'm gonna go to shared notes as well, and let's see if we can do like a live kind of document as well.
Okay, I'm gonna share
So
notes.
hello world. This is Aman from techycasts. Click on shared notes and then oh what? Wait, what? What? Did you just type that?
No. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
That's sick.
Yo, you know
Yo,
what
so
else we
but
should test really quickly?
what? The
So,
poll?
no, I was gonna say the pool. Um, let's log back in again, but this time you log in as the person with the mic, because there'll usually be only one presenter, right?
Wait, what do you mean? I can just change my thing.
Or you can't. Okay, do it.
Yeah, I just change it to microphone. Allow. So let's see if you can hear me through the microphone. Connecting to echo test. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I think there's some extra stuff I need to do in the back end to enable all this audio video stuff.
Okay.
Oh, here, yeah, I said call timeout error on the microphone.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Oh, let me try that again.
Let's try it
Microphone.
again.
Connecting to echo test.
It's still really cool though.
Yeah, like even if you don't connect to audio through this is like in and itself, like with the notes and the slides and the chat, like this is so sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the audio. I think I need to do something on the back end to enable that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I am thoroughly impressed with this.
That's really cool.
And there's a public chat, so you can have like all these people. So, oh, I
We can
can
have a private chat.
yeah, I can send a private chat to you and I can make you the presenter. So like you can share your own.
Oh,
Can you try sharing like a document or like a PowerPoint or something and seeing if that works?
I don't have a PowerPoint with me. Let me just download one.
Or a PDF, like anything. Like just
Download
try
PDF.
sharing something. Maybe I have one too, so if you want, I can
Hold
take
on.
take back. But you can also share your screen too, right?
All right, one sec.
And you can record the meeting. Yo, this is like really good. Holy. Clear create breakout rooms, write closed captioning, save usernames, lock viewers.
You know what this is
What?
good for too?
What?
if you like have like if you're teaching a course
Yeah.
and you know how sometimes the student becomes the teacher for a moment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you give them
Yeah,
control and like they can share their own presentation or they can like draw their own stuff.
yeah,
I'd like to test this on maybe an iPad as well with like the Apple Pencil and seeing if how that works with the drawing and like the whiteboarding.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Yo, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
Did you find a PDF or a presentation to share?
No, I'm not able to download anything right now. I don't know what's going on.
Let me try to share something. So upload a presentation. So let's see. Browse. Let's see if I have a. Okay, yeah, I have a PDF here. So it says to be uploaded. So upload, converting file.
Okay, I have one now.
I'm doing it right now. So just can you
Yeah,
see my screen?
I'm looking at the presentation. Is it gonna be on the presentation?
No, but do you see my screen?
Oh, hold on a second. I have
It
to
says
switch.
it says processing page. It's going through
Oh
a
yeah, I
bunch of.
see it. Yeah,
So I just uploaded like this PDF of some design document,
yeah.
and yeah, it worked. Holy shit! This is just like a random PDF I had on my computer, and
Oh,
like
nice.
I can like draw over it and stuff and everything. What? Yo, this is killer. This is sick. This is so sick.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop this, but I think this was very, very fruitful.
yeah, this was good.